Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the live stream here from Wellington LAN 2013. It is Adversity Gaming bringing it to you, but more importantly, look at what you've got on stage. It is going to be Street Fighter V Cross Tekken, and it is going to be all on like Donkey Kong. And we're going to be bringing it all live to you. Alongside me, Jay Skulls. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, good dude. How you doing?
Surviving it magnificently, thank you very much for asking. So while we're getting everything rocking and rolling here between the two players, we've got up on stage obviously Mason, Messiah Maddox, and the Melbourneian Toxy as well. So it's going to be Shadowloo to the win. Thoughts on this one?
It's going to be pretty tight actually. We've got Dropbeard Toxy, obviously pretty strong player. He made it through his pools pretty effortlessly yesterday and dominated in winners bracket today, so I'd say he'd definitely be the favoured contender here. But Mason's been playing pretty solidly. Yeah,
Mason was doing some pretty spectacular work yesterday off the Marvel vs Capcom. So what do we expect to see from him in the Street Fighter Cross Tekken here, dude?
I think we'll probably see a Rufus and we'll see a Ryu.
Yeah.
And it should be so it should be a nice rushdown based game.
So the big man versus the little one.
Yeah, the little New Zealand champion. So hopefully he can clutch it out.
And obviously Toxy's had plenty of international experience. Mason less so. How do you reckon that'll play into the pair of them?
Well, I think like Mason's got experience in other games at international level, like he won WCG for Guitar Hero. So I don't think he's going to be too worried about the fact that it's an overseas competitor. Yep. But other than that, it's going to come down to skill level. He's a tournament veteran. He plays a tournament every chance he gets, so I don't think he's going to be too difficult there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we are loading into the game now. It has been a bit of a torrid setup for the poor old stage peeps. We've just sat here going,
looks like a quick button check.
So yes, button checks will come up, and Ken and Random. Sure, why not? So it looks like we'll have Mason, that's Messiah, to the left-hand side of your screen, and we'll have Toxy starting on the right-hand side of your screen. So it'll just be a quick button test, and we'll be away laughing. So here we go, look at that. Ken and Rufus with a bit of Dalsum and Saget to get us started. The players tend to pick up the Tekken characters, or not so much, they stick to their Street Fighter favourites?
You've got some good advantages with the Tekken characters. They generally have slightly better damage output, they've got better high-low mix-ups, but the Tekken characters definitely have better zoning tools, better footsies, so it's kind of a battle between keeping them out and getting them in. So quite a lot of players will have one of each style on their team. It tends to work pretty well together.
Very good, man. So we look like we are done with the button checks. We're going to go back to the main screen. They're going to choose their characters, and then we'll be rocking on straight on into it, I imagine. So this is going to be the test of what they bring on and do. So welcome back to those 32 viewers who dropped out on us there for a while. Thank you very much for joining us. And we'll have the chat up in a few moments for us, and we'll be able to answer any questions that you've got coming through.
So it looks like we've got Ryu, Rufus for Mason.
There's still some Halo going on in the background, so apologies if you hear that yelling, but don't worry. We'll be here ready to rock and roll. So yeah, so Rufus and Rue, as you expected, dude.
Yeah, and we've got Dalsum and Ryu on player 2, that's Toxy.
So there we go. They are going to push on into the game, and we have chat for you in just a few seconds. There we go. So what's the general tactic here, Jay, in terms of how these guys are going to push onto each other? Is it stand off for a little bit, or do they push in straight away?
So Zip's going to try to keep Ryu out. He's going to try to not give up any ground. Push to the corner, Ryu will have the advantage.
So you can see the flame going out. We're going to see plenty of blocking here. Fireballs coming through from Rue as well. Dalsum just copping a little bit of heat here, so just remembering, Rue is a replayer in the form of Messiah. He also has Rufus alongside of Dalsum, and the Rue man in the form of Toxy from Melbourne. So it is effectively a trans-Tasman battle here. Probably two of the best, would you say, Jay Skulls? That's fair to say?
Definitely for Toxy. I mean, Toxy made top 8 in Shadowloo last year, lost out to a couple of Japanese players, so he did really well there.
So Dalton just copping a whole lot of heat here. He's still on screen, and just getting a little bit of support. Tagged out. Here comes Rue. So it'll be Rufus v Rue. Oh, look at that. Messiah just getting a couple of there we go. There goes a good combo. In comes a support play. Rue hammering him hard. So it's going to be Rue v Rue for a little bit here.
A lot of fireballs.
So some nice
combo.
Nice combo there. Yes, push in with the uppercut punch, the dragon punch, if you will. And some more roundhouse sweeps as well, just to try and follow up on that. Fireball firing out.
Nice bait. Oh, raw tag from Mason, he gets away with it. Oh, drops his length on Rue.
Here comes Rufus, nice kick from the aerial there as he comes in, tries to grab a combo together, he does so nicely, pushes one in, but the defense is nice and solid. Rufus is in solid form of health here, Mason having a little bit of a ball, we could say.
Really well. He's going to work the timer here, so he's got 4 seconds, 3 seconds.
Back to a Ruby Roo, and he will come away easy with the win on this one. So time 99 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, so it's just over a minute and a half from a round, and obviously plenty of time. Fires off a monster ball to start him off.
The trade hit there with trade with Delson.
So just letting the hits from Dalton come through on it, fires the fireball at him, and it just reverses Dalton's one there. Is that what you're talking about, Jay?
Yeah. One. Oh, it was raw. He got lucky. There we go. See some damage there. Oh, just goes straight into DP.
So
a little bit of footsies,
little footsies, touching up underneath the table. There's Ryu and Rufus going toe-to-toe here. So at the moment, Ryu in the form of Toxy from Melbourne. Rufus is currently a New Zealand player in the form of Messiah. So Dalton. And Dalton back in the scene. There's some more good shots coming through there from Dalton. He's just pushing him into a corner, but he's also dangerous getting up close there, isn't he, Jay? He needs to maintain his distance.
Yeah, stay away. He doesn't have any good close range normals unless they're in the air like that one.
So just a couple of good shots going through there, and obviously the health bars, as you can see on the top of your screen, very much in the favour of Toxy on the right-hand side of your screen, and Messiah, he's on the left-hand side. Rue in a bit of poor shape here. He's in the blue for Messiah, and the KO comes through.
He had to make a push there because the time was starting to run down, so if he didn't do something there, and he wasn't able to do it.
So this is, of course, first to 3, best of 5, ladies and gentlemen. So they've got one up on the board. This is just a game, isn't it? So it's 2 wins in the game, and then obviously we go to a best of 5 of these games. So some good support play there from Dalton rocking on into Toxy. He's got Rufus in the corner and carrying on the combo nicely. So just coming back there with a little bit of damage and tags back in Rue, so he's in full house with that'll get caught apart. So Ryu v Ryu right now. Trading fireballs on the block, and a good one just grabbing some damage there.
Max damage.
Yeah, Toxy just pushing into a corner and not doing so well. The teleport from Dalton. So some more good damage here. It's the nice crowd building here at Wellington LAN 2013, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't been amongst it, a nice easy win there for Toxy in the end. If you haven't been amongst it, there's been some solid fighting game. Oh no, Mason, yes of course. So Mason grabbing himself a second win, and he takes the game of course as well.
Game 1 for Mason, first to 3. Winners final.
Is this Toxy's game? Simple question.
This is Toxy's favourite game.
Yep.
I was talking to him yesterday about it. He doesn't play it as often as he'd like, just because there's not as big of a following as Marvel and Street Fighter. Yep. But it's his favourite game by far. Ooh, the switch to Rolento. I like this.
So what are we going to see different for Rolento?
So Rolento is a mix-up based character with some pretty good normals and pokes and stuff. So you're going to see once Rolento gets in, he's going to be trying to jump on his pogo stick and mix him up.
So we'll start off with Ryu versus Ryu. And the fireball straight. To start it off, nice punch, getting rocking and rolling there.
I believe he has the better Ryu, so he starts.
So some basic sort of touch-up feels to see who's going to get the advantage here, really, isn't it? And then before they launch into each other in any great big shape or form.
Toxy seems to favour the frame presence up close with Ryu. He won't go for the grab. I mean, in this game, it's quite slow compared to Street Fighter 4.
Mason
drop there.
Just dropping a few there after he looked like he was getting the right side of the ledger for a while. Now he's really on the back foot as he starts to get himself to the position. Flip sides, and now stuck in a world of hurt. He's got to tag out somehow, surely. There we go, raw tag.
Loses a lot of life there. And this will give the life lead firmly in favour. He goes to control again. Yeah, here we go, Pogo. No Pogo.
Ryu tags back in, and this should be over in a few moments. Yeah, this is
a mauling.
Very nicely held by Toxy here. And
too late.
Hold the front, look at this. He's got him trapped nicely. Messiah coming back from nowhere, will he? Oh, just held up for the moment, but he's still got some room to move.
He's only got 20 seconds. He's going to have to kill... So Toxy switched so that he can basically just time him out here. It's very unlikely to do enough damage in 12 seconds.
Nice piece of work there, Rolento, yeah, 8 seconds to go, he's got the back end of the Robin, and yeah, down you go. Nice little mid-round comeback from Messiah, but in the end...
I do like his never say die attitude.
Well, you've seen it so many times before in fighting games as well, that players can come back from the brink of a pitfall. So Rufus tagged in nice and early from Messiah on this occasion.
Iteration. Super. Both characters taking a lot of damage here. Commanding lead from Mason at the moment.
We heard Dave calling it the happy birthday yesterday in the Marvel vs. Capcom format of the game where a couple of characters in. Same thing applies in Street Fighter Cross?
Yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Mason.
So there we go, some more good work here from Messiah. He's getting in there nice. Pokes away at Rufus. He's got him in a nice position. Some solid combos. Ryu tagging back in. Just watch it's more the stalemate version of the old moments in the game, isn't it? Just one trying to get up on the other, just wasting time away. Mason's quite happy to do that at this point, I would imagine. Still quite aggressive though, nonetheless. There's Rufus in the form of Messiah, and now he's tagged in as Ryu. So good. So just coughing a good bit of damage here, getting close to, and tags Rufus back in to make sure those seconds are a bit easier for him.
He's going to get a little bit of life back with you, and he can just put it out.
Yeah, on the offensive, he knows Toxy has to push, and he gets in for the KO. Good work there from Messiah. He held that one very nicely right down to the last 5. And that comes away with the win. That is 1-all in this matchup. This is the second game, ladies and gentlemen. First one went in favour of Messiah. So he is the player on the left in the form of Ryu and Rufus. Ryu and Rolento is the players that Toxy has picked up for this match.
Gotta be. No way. Here we go, Pogo.
Blocking there from Messiah. Not on that occasion though, copping the face of the Pogo from Rolento. Rufus tagged in, and Rufus, when will we see this character come out?
He's just getting all locked down at the moment.
Yeah, it's still very much in that stalemate phase, right? We've got a minute left on the clock. Now we're starting to see some push. 24-hit combo nicely popped up there for Toxy. He'll be happy with the work he's done there, and he's doing some great counter work. Oh, here we go now. Will Messiah push on in?
Oh, charges the counter.
He's got the opportunity to tag. Will he take it? Right in. Oh, counter.
Reversal DP there from Toxy. It's one game apiece.
It is one game apiece. So Toxy will take that match up. It'll be the second one down. It is first to 3 wins in the matches, ladies and gentlemen. First to 3 wins. So they rip straight back into the next one. And that is good news for all concerned. So the crowd's still building here, dude. You've had a good weekend of the Street Fighter Cross Tekken?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Again, but just out of the top 3. I was pretty happy with my performance. I lost to Toxy and Mason, so
work.
Oh wait, no. And
We'll just try and get that in-game turned down for you, ladies and gentlemen. I understand it is a little bit loud, but it is good work here from Rolento and Rufus. So they stuck with the same characters this time around. Obviously, Toxy quite happy with his combination, and Messiah more than happy to continue with his pairing up.
yeah, so the rule is you can only switch if you lost the last match.
Right.
So obviously Toxy didn't have the option this time, but Mason did, and he chose to back his team.
Generally roomy play here, but certainly Toxy has a commanding advantage at this stage, and he's getting his blocks in beautifully, isn't he?
You're going to have to, Mason has to put fly.
Yeah,
Toxy
no chance.
takes advantage of it. Mason has to take some risks there, and they just didn't pay off.
Rightio, so we're back to another round of the Ryu versus Ryu standoff at the start of the game. Oh, look at that. Mason getting a good couple of combos in there, and now he just gets countered and pushed back. In fact, taking a lot of damage here too, isn't he? Some heavy kicks and punches going through.
Nice footsies from Mason. Good block.
Gets Rufus in with a nice tag, so good work, and Ryu following up. And, oh, look at that, he's tagging backwards and forwards.
Catch the pogo.
Two more heavily healthy players.
Toxy, and I imagine he'll just quite a bit to recover. That'll give him a life lead. Put some rush down from Mason. He knows he's behind at the moment. One combo. Zoning. Doesn't confirm the combo.
Good work here. Oh, look at that. Chance for Messiah to get back into it. The Ryu's come back out again. Oh, nice punch there to push Messiah back a touch. He fires the fireball, and now he's going to try and just wait for bait him into something. He doesn't. He thought he'd catch him unawares on the back step there, but he didn't quite, and just jumped into the punch going through. Nice roundhouse. And it's not looking too flash here from Messiah, is it?
Toxy would rather hit Wellington.
There we go. So a nice easy 2-0 victory on this occasion for Toxy. As he takes his second match. It'll be 2 matches to 1, or 2 games to 1, if you will. Messiah took the first. He has the opportunity to change characters now. He declined and is straight back into the 4th matchup. It is, of course, best of 5, ladies and gentlemen. So it is match point, shall we say, or game points here for that man from Melbourne, the Shadow Rip from Toxy.
He's taking a life lead here. He's just slightly.
Nice work there from Messiah to kick on in here. Rolento taking the damage.
Just playing footsies at the moment. Bit of zoning from Ryu. Rolento is not one of the characters that does particularly well against rivals, but managed to get in there. Pogo mix up unsuccessful, takes some damage for it. We've got Rufus in now. Take the rush down.
So there we go. Hopefully that game sounds a little bit better for you, ladies and gentlemen. So we can see the 2 players. So Messiah getting some damage hit onto Rufus, who was in a much healthier position at that point in time. But now it's back in the favour of Toxy, you'd have to say here, Jay. And now a little bit of a Mexican standoff's going to occur because time's going down, and Toxy in a better lead.
Nice tag from Toxy to avoid.
Look at that, I spoke too soon as Messiah does some great work to get a bit of an advantage back his way. Not quite fully though.
He needs to kill Rolento here. He can't afford to let him tag, so Toxy's going to be looking for a tag here, and here we go.
Easy work there in the end from Toxy. Great job to just follow up on a combo which he'd started nicely and then finished was 14 or 16 I think I saw there, and that is great work in the end. The 2 Ryus start us back off again. And once again, that standoff. It is a slightly slower game, I have to say, isn't it? It's not as faster paced as Marvel, and definitely not from a Street Fighter perspective, is it?
It's yeah, you're right. The combos are a bit longer than Street Fighter, but the speed of play is definitely a little bit slower.
And would it be fair to say it's a bit more raw in terms of its general button use? Like, you know, you really are mashing buttons rather than sort of stringing special moves together.
Oh, you do. The combos are quite long. You saw Mason do that corner combo earlier where he was eating up a lot of time and obviously doing some pretty fancy stuff. But obviously with Marvel, it's very, very long combos and very fast paced.
So by the time Jace has just talked you through that, obviously you've seen very little occur here. Messiah probably on the back foot a touch. Relento just taking the damage on this occasion for Toxy, but nothing really massive happening. And we've had over a minute of play occur now, so they're into their last 40 seconds.
There we go. Neither of them wants to back down. Mason with a commanding lead at the moment. He doesn't want to let Rolento out, but I don't think he needs to worry so much about it. Here we go. He got punished for that mistake.
So Rufus tagged back in, and he's going to try and take on the very healthy form of Rue. And slightly even here in terms of the players as they hit the last 10 or so seconds.
I'd probably give it to Toxy at this stage. Yep.
Definitely now.
Oh, Pandora. I wonder if that was a mistake, unless he has something for it.
Time over. There we go, and it is in favour of the man from Melbourne. He will take the third game and the win, and that is good work from Toxy. He, in the end, 3 rounds to 1. He only dropped the first, and then the next 3 went in the favour of the Melburnian, so he takes away the win. And some great work overall, Joe.
Yeah, it was pretty good stuff there. We've got the losers final match just up next. We've got the Salt Syndicate's very own Blackout.
So Blackout taking on Messiah?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.